Everybody, welcome back to another Learn with Laura, and today I want to introduce you to the most incredible book. And I know that recently some famous people have actually done some work around this book and can probably read the poetry and that's in it much more ably than I can, but I just want to show you the book. It's called The Lost Words, by Robert Macfarlane and Jackie Morris, and I'm just going to read you the blurb on the back. It says, "Once upon a time, words began to vanish from the language of children. They disappeared so quietly that at first almost no one noticed, until one day they were gone. But there is an old kind of magic for finding what is missing and for summoning what has vanished. If the right spells are spoken, the lost words might return." Now, that blurb speaks to me on a lot of levels because as teachers, we often talk about a cohort, a group of children's lack of vocabulary. And I'm a parent and I'm as responsible as anybody else for this, but that's because we are so busy. We do not talk to our children as much as the previous generation did. We often have our phones, we have devices as well as our children, and they don't read as much. They just don't read as much. So the more vocabulary, the more language you can give them, the better. So that poem talks to me as a teacher, but talks to me as a parent as well, and plugs into my guilt that I have been so busy. And although when they were little, I read to them all of the time, that dropped off quite quickly when they became fluent readers. But actually, it's really important to read to your children, really important to talk to them all of the time, and explain things, because that depth of vocabulary, that depth of understanding will feed into their writing, will make them much more successful at school, and just be able to communicate better, even without thinking about school, being able to communicate better and articulate how they're feeling and all those kinds of things. So this is a brilliant, brilliant book. And if you Google online, there are definitely some famous people who've done some work on it before. And I'm just going to show you some illustrations in it because the illustrations are absolutely staggering in it. I mean, really, there are always beautiful books. I just want to see if I can find, I won't be able to find it now, I expect. I know it's after this one. So this picture is a wood, and as you can see, there's lots of letters around it. And there are some letters that are in blue. And if you very carefully can read out, this says Bluebell in blue, and that is the lost word on this. And then on the next page of this text, there will be a poem about a bluebell, which I thought was quite fitting. So I'm going to read it to you. Quite fitting because I know lots of us have been outside in nature, and the bluebells have been out. And I've seen some spectacular pictures from around where I live, of all the bluebells, a carpet of bluebells across the wood. So let me just read you this poem. Bluebell. Blue flowers at the blue hour, late day light in a bluebell wood. Under branch, below leaf, billows blue, so deep, sea deep. Each step is taken in an ocean. Blue flowers at the blue hour, colour is current undertow. Enter the wood with care, my love, lest you are pulled down by the hue, lost in the depths, drowned in the blue. Beautiful poem. What's also important about that poem is it's an acrostic, which means that the first letter of each line of that poem spells out the word bluebell, reinforcing that lost word. So I'm going to, if you can get this book, that's amazing. If you can find elements of it online, that's amazing too. But my challenge for the children today is to talk to mum, dad, auntie, uncle, nan, gran, whoever they're with, about something in nature around the garden. Maybe it's the name of a bird, maybe it's the name of a plant, maybe it's a descriptive word, okay? And then I'd like them to use it as an acrostic. So you're going to write the letters of that word down one side of the page and then write me a poem based on that word. I hope you have a chance to read this. It's a spectacular book. Have a lovely day, everybody. Keep happy, keep healthy, and I will see you very soon.